Hey everybody, it's Dusty with Platinum Living Realty dropping in to give you your monthly market update for the city of Phoenix. It's currently March 22nd, so buckle up, let's go. All right, let's just jump right into it. Our active listings in Phoenix are down a little over 13% over this time last year, but our sold listings also aren't down as much, only 6.5% over this time last year. So it's not actually a huge shift at all. Our median price per square foot is up though, well over 30%, 30.5% over this time last year, with our median price per square foot in Phoenix sitting right at about $274.62. With our months of supply is actually down though, 7.1% over this time last year, currently sitting at 0.47 months of supply, which is just under 2 weeks of inventory. So if you have a home you're looking to sell, that is a great number for you. If you're a buyer, that's just a sign of how much more aggressive you need to be to get your home under contract. Now, moving on to our median days on market, that's also down 23.3% over this time last year, sitting at about 23 days on market as an average. In most cases, it takes about 4 weeks to close a loan, 30 days. I'm starting to see some of my regular lenders being able to close those loans in 3 weeks now versus 4. A lot of that has to do with not as many people refinancing now, simply because if they were going to, they would have already done it by now, and interest rates are starting to go up. So all that's left is the primary resident purchases that are going through right now. So that's freeing up a lot of lenders to move a little faster, as long as there's nothing crazy on the menu in terms of the transaction. It also is indicative of how much cash is coming into our market still at this point in time. Then let's jump over to our months of supply by price point. This is important to know. Even if it's discouraging news, even if you're a buyer, you need to know exactly how aggressive you need to be based on your price point. But as a seller, it's also helpful to know how aggressive you can be with your pricing strategy and your negotiations when it comes time for inspections. So, like I said, overall, City of Phoenix, we're sitting at 0.47, just under 2 weeks worth of inventory. Our $0 to $100,000 price range is actually at a 3-month supply. Couple reasons. There's only about 9 properties, 3 of them sold, and that gives us a 3-month supply. Yes, that is a seller's market, but it's not the white hot 2 weeks or less than a month worth of inventory that some of the other price ranges are experiencing. Part of that is because the properties that come on the market in that price range are going to be less desirable. They're probably going to be in rougher shape, or they're going to be the type of property that most people are not looking for, or not big enough, or not up to date enough, or something that a rehabber or a property flipper or investor really should need to be able to do with, or it may even be a property that's not financeable at all. So certain types of mobile homes, trailers, that kind of thing, if they don't have permanent a fixture to the property, you can't get a loan on it no matter what type of the loan is. So that might have something to do with it. Or if the property is in just such rough shape that you can't get financing on it, that is probably also where those properties are coming from. Then we move to our $100,000 to $200,000 price range. We're at 0.2, little less than a week worth of inventory. Same for the $200,000 to $300,000 price range. We're right at about a week's worth of inventory. Then we get down to the $300,000 to $500,000 price range, which is like our entry level, bare minimum. It's still going to be really hard to find something level of inventory here. And we are sitting at 0.41, just under 2 weeks of supply, more than a week, not quite 2, let's say a week and a half. And then we get down to our $500,000 to $700,000 price range. We're at like a whopping 2 weeks worth of inventory. That's better than 1 week. It's better than 2 days worth of inventory, but it's still a crazy hot seller's market. Then we see the same thing in $700,000 to $1 million price point. That's at just over 2 weeks, not quite 3 worth of inventory. But then we get to the $1 million to $3 million price range, and we're sitting at 0.94, so just under a month's worth of supply for the luxury market in Phoenix in the $1 to $3 million price range. Now, that is a great place to be. But also keep in mind, anything under 3 million, you're still going to have to be fighting quite a bit for it if you're looking to buy in that price range. And that may taper off as you go closer to that $3 million mark. But keep it in mind, it is still a white hot seller's market, even in the luxury market for Phoenix. Then we get to the 3 million and over, our multi-million dollar properties. Those are at 4.75, almost 5 months of inventory. It's closer to an even stable market, but it's got 1 foot outside the line, if you catch my drift, of the seller's market. This time last year, that price point had a 6-month inventory, which is an even stable market, does not favor the buyer nor the seller. So we're not quite there yet. If you have any questions or wondering what your home might sell for in today's market, go ahead and give me a call at 480-717-9405 or visit my website at dustimartinrealtor.com.